seen that people tend to like my talking videos. So why not take you on an adventure where I talk a lot? For today, I have selected your character, as it is, I'm assuming, for this day. One of your first times playing, I am going to make you play a fighter, because they are the easiest to learn. So you are a human fighter for today. You have a great sword, a short bow, so let's get started with our adventure. You've gone through long travels across the seas in the kingdom of Alora. You arrive at the dock one morning and get off of the traveler's boat that you have requested passage upon. Taking a step off the boat, you examine your area, the surrounding areas, and you notice there are a lot of vendors out. It seems to be very full of town. The central area, walking deeper into town, there's a nice town square where even more vendors are out. Seems to be this is some kind of day of the market. Everyone seems very friendly, very nice. As you walk around, you do notice some people hesitating though, especially towards those who have arrived off the boats. You notice that some people start packing up. Glancing down at your watch, it doesn't seem to be very late. Not normally typical hour that people would be leaving or packing up from a market. It seems suspicious, but you're not sure why. The air smells salty, as if the sea is being blown onto land. You see a vendor who is selling a lovely assortment of flowers. She's what seems to be elven, in a long green and pink dress. She has long dark brown hair in a braid with flowers woven inside of it. She has a flower crown atop her head. You approach her to figure out what is happening, as she also starts to pack up. Why, hello there, traveler. Is there something I could do for you? I am closing right now, but I can assist you quickly before I finish. No, that's okay. I was just curious on why everyone seems to be packing up. Oh, you see, our town has been cursed. There is some kind of demon, or depending on your beliefs, infecting our poor town. It has caused this smoke to arise and capture people. It happens around the same time every day, so our town has become accustomed, and everyone normally leaves around this time. As you speak to her, you notice, as she said, this fog starting to creep up and around everywhere. You take a breath, and that scent that you had smelled earlier is now almost a burning scent. You thank her for her assistance and head on towards furthering your adventure. At this point, most stalls have been backed up and everyone's headed. Could you make a perception check for me? perception. So actually, your passive is right there, which would be an 11. But because we're learning, I want to do a roll with you. So let's do a perception, which is right there. It is you have advantage. Not advantage, sorry. You're proficient in it. And it's +1. Let's start with one of my metal die. That is a 13, so 14 total. Oh, okay. So as you continue on, you notice the fog seems to not actually be coming from the water as what you had assumed originally, that it's coming off of the water, but it actually seems to be originating from the forest, particularly this one trail that seems to have a thicker cloud of smoke, and as you get closer, the smell of burning is more potent. Do you want to head down that trail? Yes, of course. I assumed you would. Okay. You start heading down the trail. It's definitely not cleared for someone your height. It is cleared, and it seems to be a footpath if you look below, but you have to keep pushing trees out of your way and keep cutting down branches that are getting in your way. Definitely not the easiest travel. But as you make your way, you slowly arrive at what looks to be a cave. So, I'll draw it for you. So, let's say your trail you're coming out of is right here. And then there's a big cave. There's a little entrance. And then I really love, I forgot to get my other dice. So I don't use minis, but I like to use D10s or D100s, mostly D100s, as your characters. Let's use this as you. So you're this one, and these two are, as you glance, they are two what look to be goblins guarding this entrance. What would you like to do? Okay, if you want to attack them, you can, let me actually, as you get closer, roll a stealth check for me so I can see if they notice you. So on your character sheet, right there is stealth. You actually have disadvantage. I'm assuming that's because you're wearing armor. So let's roll. Oh, 17. That was really good, but you have disadvantage, so we're rolling twice and taking your lower roll. 12 plus 1, that's 13. That's really good with disadvantage. So with a 13, they do not notice you. Actually, I should check that. I'm gonna go with they don't, but I'm pretty sure. What is their wisdom? Yeah, oh, it's negative. Yeah, they don't notice you. They definitely do not notice you. So now they don't know you're there. Would you like to secretly attack them quickly? You will get one attack against each of them. I will let you, as you are just a solo player. One attack against each. And then, yep. And then we will roll initiative. So, how would you like to attack? If you want, you can sneak up and use your greatsword, or you can use your short bow, but the short bow range is 80 to 320. So you'd actually have to back up to be 80 feet away. I'm pretty sure that was means. Actually, now I'm second guessing myself. It's been a while. Yeah, let's just use your greatsword. You can sneak up and slash, and because they're standing really close, let's say you get one, and then you twirl, and you spin to the other, maybe. roll a hit. So let's roll 2 at once. Because we're gonna roll for both hits. So that's 16 and a 7. So 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So they have an armor class of 15. So that means that, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So 12 doesn't hit. So the first one hits, but you're not actually close enough to hit them both. So you just hit this one. Okay, so let's hit him. So now your damage is 2d6 plus 3. So this is a d6. And then another d6. Let's roll. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's 9 points of damage. And he has 7 hit points. So he's gone. You run up really close and slash with your giant great sword. And it just goes right through the goblin like butter. And he drops to the ground, dead. Then this one now sees you, and it gets ready for combat. So roll initiative for me. Okay, so initiative's up there on your sheet. So that's +1. So we're gonna roll a d20 again. 17 + 1, that's 18. Okay, so it's 18. I actually need something to write this down on. So give me a sec. I'm back, sorry about that. I forgot to get something to write down everyone's things. So yours was 18, right? 18, and then I need to roll for the goblin. Normally you would not see such a thing, but I'm gonna let you peek. Okay, 17 for goblin. Okay, so okay, it is actually your go again. So what would you like to do? Yep. Okay, so each little square here is 5 feet of movement, and you have 30 feet of speed you can move. So you can go 5, 10, and now you're close enough to hit him. Yeah, of course you can attack him. Okay, so you're gonna roll a d20 again. 15. That's a 20, so that hits. Okay, and now your 2d6 again. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's 9 points of damage again. Wow, you were so good at this. You were just chopping up these goblins one by one. So that does it, and it does kill it. So how do you want to do this? Yeah. Oh, that's so cool. Wow, yeah. Good job, good job. That was really cool. Okay, this goblin is now gone too. And now you stand in front of the cave. Would you like to go in? You are a human though, so you actually don't have any dark vision, which means you actually can't really see into the cave. We'll say you hear noises. Like my dog's snoring, they're adding the sound effects of the goblins inside, or maybe there aren't goblins inside, I don't know. I mean, so, okay, in your bag, you probably have a torch. Yeah, so you can get that torch out and light it. Yeah, good job. Okay, now that you have a torch, you can head on into the cave. I'm gonna move this for a second. Over there. Oops. Okay, I'm gonna move that for a second so I can draw the rest. So, as you head in, there seems to be a path. Doesn't really go very far before it opens into a little cavern area. There's a campfire and some beds and two doors. as you sneak on in. Make a perception check for me, please. So you're gonna roll. That was an 11. Is it an 11? The lights are kind of making it hard for me to read some of the dice. And your perception is +1. So that's a 13, as you notice that there seems to be one of the goblins in the bed. But he's like not in the bed, he's hiding beside it, trying to hide. Probably from whatever noise and commotion he heard outside. Okay, you want to walk in? Okay, so as you step into the room, you feel a blade come at you, and you turn and you see that there was another goblin secretly waiting for you to enter. Roll initiative. So first, he's going to make an attack of opportunity on you because he was readying his action. So he is going to attack with a scimitar. Oh no, I'm so sorry. Oh no, I rolled a natural 20. Okay. It's 1d6. Hopefully I roll a 1. Oh, okay, 5, 6, 7. Because I rolled 2 because I get you double damage for... Yeah, okay. Oh, I'm trying to explain, sorry. Because I rolled a natural 20, you get advantage, not advantage, double the damage. So you can either double your damage on your dice roll or roll 2 dice. So that is 5, 6, 7. 7. 9 points of damage. Ow, that hurt. You have 12 hit points. So, owie, that definitely hurt. He really, as you stepped in through the door, you weren't really paying attention beside you, and it just right into your side. And as that happens, again, roll initiative. Okay, so let's put your thing back up here so you can see. Rolling, that's the goblin's die. This is your die. So you rolled a 7, 8, so that puts you in 8. Okay. And then next up, the goblin's turns. I'll make them go on the same turn. That's an 11. Okay. Okay. So they go first, actually. And let's roll this one. Oh, 16. What's your armor class? Oh, 17. Oh my gosh. That doesn't hit. You got very lucky. That is from this. Okay, wait, he already got attacked. Yeah. So he tries to attack you again, but he doesn't pull back far enough and just hits into the door again. You kind of like swerve. And then this one, he kind of just goes deeper into the corner. He's very scared. Yeah, it's your go. Sorry, I should have said that. Your go next. Okay, so you're going to try to attack him. Yeah, go for it. That is a 15 plus 5. That is definitely going to hit. Go for your damage. Oh, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's 7 points of damage. What? Oh, his hit points are 7, so he's dead. How do you want to do this? Oh, you want to do different last time? Okay, yeah. Oh, you want me? Okay, so he really gets into that side, and you feel it. You grab where the pain is, and by that you grab onto the blade and rip it out of his hand and spin it back on him and take him out with his own scimitar. I know, it's fun. Okay, he's gone. Okay. Then, what do you want to do next? Oh wait, no, sorry, it's your end of your turn. It would be the goblin's turn. So, now that he sees you take out his friend, he knows he's got to step up. So he's going to use his range 80, 20. No, he's going to use his scimitar. He's actually going to do it. He's going to be scared, and he's going to run up, and he's going to attack you. so sorry I'm rolling so well. Oh no, okay. So, he stabs into you with a scimitar, and it really hurts. And technically, you'd be dead now. But that's not fun, and I want to keep going on this adventure. And you are only one person fighting 4 goblins now. It is crazy how fast you made it past the other ones. And I should have made it better balanced for one character, so let's just say, for the sake of fun, that you actually make it out of this alive. Just barely though, so we'll give you 1 hit point. But you can attack him now. That's an 8. Oh, you miss him. Okay. I should have just made him run away. Oh look, he ran away. He runs past you as you fall to the ground in pain. So that's what we'll do. He runs away, and you fall to the ground in pain. And you see the light flicker before your eyes. So let's do some saving throws. So when you die in D&D, you do 3 saving throws. And if you roll above a 10, that means you have to do 2 successes above 10. And that means that you're stable, and 2 below 10 means that you die. So that's a 5, so that's a fail. That's a 19, so success. And that's an 11, so success. I think it's only 2, or do you have to do 3 of each? Now I don't remember. Some of these rules I think I know, and then they start talking about them, and I'm like, wait a second, do I actually know how to play? Okay, so we'll say you're stable, and you pass out for an undetermined amount of time, and you wake later, and you're still alone in this room, and you're not at full health, but you're definitely not dead either. You're a little bit alive. You probably have like 3 hit points. You're okay. Okay, so let's adventure on a little bit deeper. Would you like to check one of the rooms? This one? Or this one? The left room or the right room? I know, decisions. Right, okay. So as you enter into the right room, you're very stealthily and being careful to check. But you kind of, as you open the door, see just some shelves and some cooking supplies, and as you open the door the rest of the way, you notice that it just seems to be a closet, like a storage closet for all their stuff. Okay, yeah. Do you want to take a long rest? Actually, that's what we gotta do. You could sleep in one of these beds too to get a long rest before you venture to get up to your full hit points. Yeah. Okay, we'll do that. That works. So you take a sleep, assuming that hopefully none of these people will come back. And you feel better. You go into the storeroom, take some of their supplies. Num 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 num. And you're feeling better. So you decide to go down the left hallway. Okay, so you venture down the left hallway, and at first it just looks like it's been carved stone, a nice arc. You can walk through it at full height, but then slowly it gets shorter and shorter, and then you start crouching, and then you have to crouch even more, and then you end up basically crawling, and the walls get rougher. Like, you have to be careful because there's sharp rocks everywhere. It doesn't look very cleanly cut. And then it opens and slowly begins to open and open into a wide space, and you enter into this room. That looks very, very huge. And there's pillars in the room. And as as you enter into it, you see in the center of the room a big winged creature that just so happens to look like a giant dragon. It's white too, and its eyes are a blood red. It has a necklace with a red jewel around its neck. It immediately sees you, and you have to make a, let me check, sorry, a wisdom saving throw, because you feel this guttural fear come on to you, like you're just immediately afraid and want to run. So, a saving throw is up in your top corner here. I want you to do a wisdom one. Oh, that's cocked. Oh, it's a natural one. So, you immediately have a sense of fear and you can't, and you run back out of the room. And you try to calm yourselves down. You take out your sword and you take out one of the rocks on the ground, and you just start chirping and scratching your sword along the rock, like, deep breath, you're fine, you're okay, you got this, you're a warrior, you're an adventurer, you've seen so many crazy things, this is nothing different, you can do this, you can do anything. And with that, you would venture back into the room. And this time, you're ready for the hit. And as it hits you, you're like, no, I'm not afraid. I can do this. And you see that the dragon doesn't really move towards you. It just kind of stays in this center area where there's water around it. And something just seems really off about that. Like, what is wrong with that dragon? Why is it just sitting there? Yeah. So, you adventure on a little bit more, and it still doesn't move from inside that water area. And you notice a weird shine to that gem. It almost looks magical. Can you make an Arcana check for me? Arcana. Why did I say Arcana? Arcana. Arcana is up top here. It is a +2 for you. Arcana is like magic, so your character doesn't seem to know much about magic, but they actually have a +2, so actually they do know a decent amount of magic. That's 14, 15, 16. As you glance at it, you see these like weird tendrils of smoke coming off of it, and you've recognized that before. You've seen this kind of magic before, so you definitely know it's magic. And its color seems to be this gray fog, and in the air you smell that burning scent you smelled earlier. Even stronger, it's intense. Something is definitely wrong here. Yeah, okay. So, what do you want to do? Well, normally I will say, I will just reference, at this level, you would never attack a dragon. No one would ever fight a dragon at level 1. That is not going to happen, so I would not give you something you can't win. So you do not have to fight it to win. Yeah. Okay, you're right. You do, so you just have to try to remove the gem. Maybe that will fix things. Okay, so you want to use your short bow. Okay, so you take a stance at the back of the room and you aim for the clasps that is holding together the necklace that is on the dragon. Make a roll. 13, 14, 15, 16. That's a 16. I'm gonna say it hits. And then your damage is 1d6 plus 1. That's 6, 7 points of damage. Wow, okay. You see the clasp and you hit onto what looks to be the weakest part. And as you hit, your arrow catches in the clasp and pries it open slightly. Just enough that as your arrow slips out, So does the clasp, and it clutters to the ground. As it does, you see a burst of smoke and fog take over the room. You have to cough to try to get it out of your lungs because it starts to fill them. You start rubbing your eyes because it just, it's everywhere and it smells and it's. And as you dust away the rest of it, you look up to see the dragon's eyes, which are now blue, and you hear, not outside, but in your mind, "Thank you, traveler." And with a gush of the dragon takes off, and as you watch and look up, the roof of stone that had been above you starts to crumble and crumble and away and opens to the sky as the dragon flies away. Yep, you saved the dragon. Okay. So, to end off this adventure, you go to investigate what looks to be a gem on the ground. It's still there. The closer you get to it, you feel that fear. But now there's this pull towards, I want power, I must wear. And you feel this urge to put on the gem. But you know deep down that this is not right, and the pull is not strong enough. So, you grab your bag of holding, open it up, and pick up the gem without touching it with your bare hands and place it inside your bag of holding. You then head out towards the entrance. As you make your way back through the cavern, you don't see any more goblins. It seems to have been emptied. It almost seems as if now that you've placed that magic in a bag where it cannot reach outside, its pull over all the creatures that were helping it no longer seems to be taking effect. And with that, you head back to the town to pick up some items and supplies for your next adventure. And the next day. Yay, thank you. I really hope you enjoyed this D&D adventure with me tonight. I thought it would be a fun, cute idea. I don't actually know if I've seen something like this before, but I don't know. I just was like, this is kind of a mini version, a shortened version, obviously, of a normal one-shot that I run a lot. This is my default. Like when I'm teaching people to play D&D, I run this one because I like to see the reaction when I give people a dragon in level 1. And I think it's fun because just a few harmless goblins to kill, and then you get to see this huge creature and try to figure out that you can also learn that not every D&D thing, you don't always want to just fight. Sometimes there's other things to think about to get out of a problem. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. Maybe if you feel like it, I'll do another one like this at some point, but yeah, that's it.